Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy, Jay Jordan, back again for another watch along. This time, very important matchup, only game of the day. Commissioner's Cup final of the WNBA 2024 between the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty. What's going on, Pac-Man? Salute, Mom. How you doing? Salute. Thanks for everyone for being here early. So we're about 12 minutes out from the game. Commissioner's Cup final taking place at UBS Arena in Long Island, New York. Game is not at Barclays due to a conflict in scheduling at the Barclays Center. The NBA draft is taking place there tomorrow and Thursday, so they already had the place booked out. The Liberty tried to talk with the league, saying, "Hey, there might be a conflict here. We think you should look into it." Nothing was done, and of course, the Liberty make the Commissioner's Cup final as the top seed and can't even play in their home arena. So L's all across the board for all involved. Even though the Liberty said they did try to warn the league about it. So L for the WNBA. But it is what it is. UBS Arena is probably about a good 30 to 45 minutes on a good day, probably an hour on a bad day. I've never been there. It's where the Islanders play. And if you watch hockey, New York Islanders play out at the UBS Arena. So we move, people. We got to do what we got to do. What's up, Jeannie? Hey, Jay, my fever messed up yesterday, but I heard Ties give CC the green light. Oh, is that so? We'll talk about a little bit about that before the game started. I did see a lot of conversation. I was just watching Keita Love Sports. Salute to Keita, another WNBA creator. She was having a discussion about the Fever waiving Celeste Taylor and that. So I was watching that. Got so distracted I didn't even recognize it was time to start streaming. So we move, people. We move. So let's talk about the starting lineups. I'm still waiting on the Liberty, but we'll touch on the Minnesota Lynx. They're starting Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, Bridget Carlton, Nafisa Collier, and Alana Smith. Their bench is Cecilia Zandalasini, Dorka Juhas, Natisha Heidemann, Olivia Ipupa, and Alyssa Pili. The starters for the Liberty as of now, they did say Benijah and Courtney are no longer on the injury list. They're no longer they're available to play, I should say. So I'm assuming they're not going to start. It would be a little weird, at least to start Vandersloot, but maybe you could start Benijah, but to start Vandersloot after her being out for 2 weeks and then throw her out in this big matchup, even though she's won a championship, she's played in big games, but after Vandersloot losing her mother and being recovering from that grief and that loss, to throw her out in this game as a starter after not playing with this team the way they've been playing and gelling, it'll be tough. So I think Vandersloot should come off the bench tonight. But I'm going with the lineup they've been going with the past couple of games. It's been Sabrina Ionescu, Leonie Fiebich, Kayla Thornton, Brianna Stewart, and Jonquel Jones. The bench with Marquisha Davis, Kennedy Burke, Ivana Dojic, Courtney Vandersloot, and Benijah Laney Hamilton. This is subject to change. Benijah may start. Vandersloot may start. We don't know. As soon as I get updated on that, which I just did, we have Ionescu, Laney Hamilton, Thornton, Stewart, and Jones. So Fiebich moves back to the bench. I'll update that now. They just released the news about a minute ago. Sorry, about 30 seconds ago. So I'll update that now. So Benijah Laney Hamilton moves back into the starting lineup after being out with some knee soreness. They were giving her a couple of days off to rest, and I was assuming she would be ready to play in this game. So let me get that all fixed up for us while we have the time. Leo Fiebich moves back to the bench. Okay, and let's move Leo back down to the bench. All right. All right, cool. Let's publish that. And we are good to go. Cool. So that should be updated on your screens. Correct starting lineups should be there now. Genie says we have to come for our favorite play call. Appreciate it as always. As always. All right, the game is on Amazon Prime Video. Prime Video, Amazon Prime. Sorry, I keep saying Amazon, but Prime Video is the broadcaster for the Commissioner's Cup. So the game is only on Prime Video. You won't be able to find it anywhere else. Legally, that is. Hey, Bueller, what's going on? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Let me get the game loaded up here for the Commissioner's Cup final. Let me just get it loaded. Let's make sure everything's working. Yep, we're on the broadcast now. They haven't started it as of yet. Once they started, you know, I'll make sure we're up and running. All right, so I did want to start a poll. Give me a second as I get everything situated on this end. Give me one moment. If you're new to the W, the Commissioner's Cup has been going on since 2021. That was the first season it was instituted. There's been a different team win it every single year. So year one, it was the Seattle Storm, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, year one. Yep, year one was the Seattle Storm. They played the Connecticut Sun. They won 79-57. It was at a neutral site the first year. It took place at the Phoenix Mercury Arena. So Seattle won their first Commissioner's Cup. In 2022, the Aces beat the Chicago Sky by 10. The higher seed got the home court advantage there. It was played in Chicago and they lost. And then last year, the Liberty won on the road against the Vegas Aces 82-63. Won the Commissioner's Cup. There hasn't been a back-to-back winner yet. Stewie going for her third Commissioner's Cup. So 3rd and 4 tries ain't too bad. Hopefully at the end, if we win this one, we can win the big one as well. Damien says, hey, let's hope the Liberty can redeem themselves tonight in July's matchup against Minnesota. Yeah, we cannot underestimate Minnesota. They are a very good team. They're number 1 seed in the West right now. They're 13-3. So we cannot underestimate them. Beulah says next Monday she's celebrating Canada Day. Okay, salute to Canada. I didn't know Canada Day was a thing. Salute to Canada Day. James, salute. What's going on? Hope all is well. All right. So as we probably all know, the Liberty went 5-0 in their Commissioner's Cup group play. This year they changed the rules due to the Olympics and the limited amount of time they would have to play. Due to that 1 month break in the middle of the season. So it was only 5 games this year instead of the usual 10. And the Liberty went 5-0, finished top of the group. The Minnesota Lynx, they went 4-1. They lost. I think the one game they did lose, Kalia Copper hit a corner 3 at the buzzer to beat them. But they won the rest of their games, which is why they are the representative. All right. For the prize, I should say, for the Commissioner's Cup, it's a $500,000 prize for the team. Coinbase has committed an additional $120,000 in cryptocurrency to the prize pool, which includes $5,000 for each player in the championship team. So the Commissioner's Cup is presented by Coinbase, but it is streamed on Prime Video. Damien asked me, what's my prediction for tonight's game, man? It's a tough one, man. It is a tough one. Who will I go with? I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with the Liberty. I got the bucket on, the signature bucket. So hopefully they can pull it out for me. Go back to back. History hasn't been kind to people returning to the Commissioner's Cup in the short history. But I hope we go and break some history here. So I'm going to start a poll right quick. Who will win tonight's game? I'm gonna put the options here in a second. New York Liberty, NYL, and we're gonna go Minnesota Lynx, and we're gonna go Lynx. Let's see if this poll will work. I know this poll be finicky sometimes. Let's see if the poll works. Hey, there we go. It popped up immediately. So let your thoughts, your votes be heard. If you're voting for New York Liberty, you just type exclamation vote space NYL. If you vote for the Minnesota Lynx, exclamation mark vote space LYNX. So let your vote be heard. And the vote, if it goes through, it'll populate on the screen below. Liz, what's going on, Liz? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Thanks for joining as always. So the game should be starting, well, at least the broadcast should be starting in the next few minutes. Let's get our votes in. I'm gonna put my vote in as well, right here in the chat, so it can be seen. Vote NYL. And let's go. Beulah says she's nervous for the Liberty tonight. Yeah, I am a little bit too. I'm not gonna lie. That first game, I mean, even though the first game was a little different. We were in a different spot back then. They did come out really aggressive from three and just buried us from three. Hopefully we had time to review that and come back with a different game plan than just letting Bridget Carlton and Lana Smith and Kayla McBride and them bury us from 3-point range. So I trust the coaching staff here to have come up with a game plan to help us out here. I'm gonna pin this comment on the YouTube so anybody coming can see it. Let's pin message. Hopefully the right one pinned. Yes, it did. All right. Oh man, I am a little nervous. I can't even lie to you. All right. In terms of stats, for the Minnesota Lynx, Nafisa Collier is leading her team, the Minnesota Lynx, in points, averaging 20.9 points a game on 45% shooting. Oh, that looks like they're starting the broadcast. She's averaging. Brianna Stewart's leading the Liberty, averaging 19.7 points a game. Nafisa leading her team in rebounding. So she's averaging a double-double with 20.9 points and 10.4 rebounds a game. Jonquel Jones averaging 8.8 rebounds a game to lead the Liberty. In terms of assists, Courtney Williams, formerly with Chicago, Connecticut, couple teams, leading the team in assists, 5.5 assists per game. And Sabrina leading the assists for the Liberty with 6.7 assists per game. The first matchup was 84-67, 84-67. The Lynx won in Minnesota. That was on May 25th. So this one doesn't count towards regular season standings. This is a one standalone game for the Commissioner's Cup. If you're into the betting, New York is 5.5 point favorites. 5.5 point favorites. Beulah is right. Next Tuesday, the Liberty do play the Lynx. That is July 2nd. They do play the Lynx. Alrighty, Commissioner's Cup final between the New York Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx, taking place not at Barclays but at UBS Arena. From what I've seen, it looks like people still strolling in. Had a chance to go, but I couldn't. I didn't want to trek out to Long Island on a what's today? A Tuesday evening. I couldn't make the trek out to Long Island. All right. For For each cup game, winning teams earn 3,000. They took it off the screen. But for each cup game, winning teams earn 3,000 for the organization of their choosing. I do want to look up the organizations for what each team chose. Let me see if they have it here. I know they usually list it on the Commissioner's Cup site. Let's see if I can find it. Tudo, salute. What's going on? What is going on, my guy? There we go. So New York, was supporting Women Creating Change. That was the name of their organization. They already achieved $15,000 for that organization, $3,000 per win. And the Minnesota Lynx were representing gender justice. They earned $13,000 for that team. For that organization, excuse me. Oh, it looks like the Liberty the Liberty guys made it out there. Okay, so I'm glad they were able to. It makes it feel a little bit like home having the guys in the Liberty gowns with the hats on. Yeah, so some more money going towards the organizations represented here tonight, which is always a good thing. The teams select the organizations that represent or they choose to represent what they stand for. So it's always good to win one, but while you're winning, you're also getting money and donating money to these organizations to continue to fulfill their work. All right, man, it's like it's the finals all over again. I'm a little nervous. I was nervous last year as well during the Commissioner's Cup final. We're on the road against Vegas, and then Marine Johannes came out and started lighting it up from three, going behind the back, one-legged shots. It was crazy, and Jonquel saved the day, and she ended up winning Commissioner's Cup final MVP. James said, stupid move, Indiana. Waving Celeste Taylor, the only defensive player, said Caitlin should demand a trade. This is beyond stupidity. To be completely honest, I saw this coming a mile away. Once I saw that they put Damiris Dantas on a temporary suspension, meaning she was gonna come back, I knew it was gonna be between Celeste or maybe Victoria Saxton. I knew it was gonna be between those two. And Celeste, being the rookie, she got the short end of the stick there. She wasn't getting too many minutes. She was just getting garbage time minutes as well. So I can't say I was totally surprised. I think I had mentioned it before when people were asking about Celeste. I was like, one, she's a rookie. Two, it's a new team the coach trying to solidify her rotations with the players that she has. And the rookies usually get the short end of the stick, especially late, especially second rounders or even late first rounders going to decent teams. So Celeste just fell into that situation. It was nothing of her own doing, at least to my knowledge. But it's just one of those things where she was gonna get the short end of the stick, no matter what. I was thinking about, because I saw a lot of conversation online about about the Fever against the Sky. That was an incredible game on Sunday. Came down to the last second. Saw a lot of people criticizing the play calling in that fourth quarter. I went back to watch it because in the moment it was just like so incredible, but I went back to watch it, and I do want to probably make a video about that fourth quarter because I saw a lot of people saying they weren't running any plays for Caitlin. So I do want to make a video so I could see if I see what everyone else is seeing. I did see some late turnovers, not even from Caitlin, just from the team in general. Some indecisiveness, some missed shots. So I do probably do a video about it tomorrow. Probably do a live stream. But we'll see how that works out. All right, people, they're showing the starting lineups on the screen. Those are the same ones that I have here. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. We do watch-alongs all WNBA season long. We have a big one on Thursday. We're streaming 3 games on Thursday, a triple header, with a return to everybody else to action. There's a game at 1 p.m. Eastern, game at 7 p.m. Eastern, and a game at 10 p.m. Eastern. So I will be on all day on Thursday. Make sure you're liked and subscribed. Hit those noti bells so you get notified whenever I post. Jeannie says maybe some other team will pick her up and give her a chance. Possibly. And Tudo says New York got to slow down on the turnovers if they don't want to stress us out. All right, so Commissioner's Cup final. Minnesota Lynx versus New York Liberty from UBS Arena in New York. The ladies are all hugging and high-fiving, wishing each other good luck. And we are ready to go. Let's see who will be at the jump ball. Looks like it's Jonquel versus Nafisa Collier. So Commissioner's Cup 2024 jump ball, and we're off. Liberty start off with the ball. Sabrina Ionescu with the ball over to Benijah Laney Hamilton. Found Sabrina on the cut. She goes up, and Sabrina's on the board for the first point immediately. Liberty up 2-0. Good find from Benijah Laney Hamilton. Good back screen. I think that was Stewie with the back screen, and Sabrina's on the board early. Bridget Carlton with the ball, right side of the floor, looking for McBride. Over to Courtney Williams. She likes that mid-range jumper. She buries it. Courtney Williams knocks down the midi, and we're tied at 2. Sabrina brings the ball up the court, guarded by McBride. Over to Laney Hamilton. They run the same play again. Laney Hamilton over to Jonquel. Top of the key, guarded by Alana Smith. Hand off to Sabrina. She hesitates, and they call the travel. She went for the pump fake, got off the ground, and first turnover of the game for the Liberty. Ball quickly back in play with Bridget Carlton. Over to Courtney Williams, right side of the floor. They try to post up Bridget, right side. Gives the ball to Alana Smith. She pump fakes again, steps through, throws it up, and they call a travel on her now. So back-to-back travels by both teams. Sabrina travels on one end, and Alana Smith on the other. Bill Do, ref should study. NBA never calls travels. Yeah, very, very seldom in the in the NBA they'd be calling travels unless it's super blatant. Stewie over to Jonquel, left side of the floor. Hand off to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen. Back over to Benijah. Benijah gets a screen on the right side from Stewie. Pulls up for the mid-range jump shot. Misses. And Jonquel gets the offensive rebound. Posts up on Alana Smith. Goes into the paint. Goes up. Gets blocked by Alana Smith. And Alana Smith with the rebound over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams gets into the middle of the floor. Drops it off for Alana Smith. She pump fakes. Tries to reverse pivot. Goes back out to Courtney. Courtney comes off the right side. Pulls up for another mid-range jump shot. Misses. Rebound by Stewie. Steve, salute. Mets doing well. That's good to hear. And Brianna Stewart throws the ball into the backcourt, and it's a turnover. So Liberty, 2 turnovers so far. Score is still 2-2. All right, James, have a good shift at work. We're going to end this poll at the end of the first quarter, so get your votes in. If you think the Liberty will win, instructions are pinned on the YouTube in the pinned comment. Ball over to Alana Smith, over to Courtney Williams. Finds McBride on the curl. She steps back out, mid-range jump shot, and she buries it. Kayla McBride on the board, and it's 4-2 Minnesota. Ball inbounds to Brianna Stewart. McBride is having a pretty good season, knocking down a lot of threes. Let's see. I hope she doesn't continue tonight. Stewie with the ball. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina for 3. And she misses. Ball gets saved by Stewie on the long rebound. Kayla Thornton for 3. She almost banks it in from the corner. Misses. And rebound to Nafisa. Nafisa over to Carlton for 3. Bridget Carlton knocks down the 3. And the Lynx are up 7-2. That's what Bridget is on the court to do. Shoot threes. 7-2 Minnesota. Sabrina crosses half court. Over to Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton back out to Sabrina. Guarded by Nafisa. Over to Stewie. Stewie guarded by McBride. McBride with the post up. Stewie with the post up on McBride. Back to Stewie. One leg fall away. Jump shot. Bad shot and rebound by Nafisa. A bit of, oh, McBride, quick three in transition, and she misses. Thank God. And rebound to Sabrina. Sabrina over to Benija. Benija on the drive. Out to Sabrina. Steps back for three. Sabrina, top of the key. Three, and Sabrina knocks down the three. Sabrina with all 5 points here for the New York Liberty. Miss Betty, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. So it's 7-5 Minnesota. Sabrina with all 5 points so far. And they call a foul on Brianna Stewart fighting with Nafisa Collier in the mid post there. So it'll be Minnesota ball sideline out of bounds here. Sabrina was nominated. Did win, Eastern Conference Player of the Week for this week. Oh, good play by Courtney Williams. Finds Alana Smith wide open under the basket for the score. It's 9-5 Minnesota. Sabrina with the ball over to Stewie. Stewie back to Sabrina. Right side of the floor here. Calling for the screen. Sabrina over to JJ. JJ pump fakes. Spins over to Kayla Thornton. Over to Benija for the three. And Benija knocks down the three. Great ball movement by the Liberty. And it's 9-8 Minnesota. Great ball movement. Alana Smith on the drive. She goes up on Stewie, misses. And Stewie tips it out to JJ. And Jonquel running the break. Jonquel over to corner to Kayla. Kayla pump fakes. Ooh, dangerous pass. And another dangerous pass and turnover by the Liberty. And the Liberty get the steal. Jonquel Jones taps it away from McBride. Over to Sabrina. Over to Benija. Benija. Foul line jumper. Misses. JJ gets the rebound. Out to Benija. Over to Kayla. Over to Sabrina. Left side of the floor. Liberty slow it down here. Another bad pass by Sabrina and a turnover by the Liberty here. Courtney Williams fakes the jump shot, passes it into Alana Smith, and they score. So a lot of turnovers here for the Liberty early, trying to predictable, going with the ball. Benija Laney in the corner. Mid-range jump shot from the right side and misses. Wide open. And rebound to the Lynx. Courtney Williams with the ball. It's back and forth action here. Courtney Williams down to Nafisa against Kayla Thornton. She pump fakes. Swim through move, throws it up, rebound by Kayla Thornton. Great defense by Kayla. New York is probably up to 5 turnovers here. Kayla Thornton goes up with the left and scores. KT with the left and scores. So it's 11-10 Minnesota. New York turning the ball over, which isn't a good sign. But they're hanging in here. New York up to 4 turnovers already in the first 6 minutes. They run in the same play. Oh, Alana Smith misses the wide open layup. Luckily, Sabrina over to Stewie. Stewie against Courtney Williams. Over to Benija. Corner to Kayla Thornton. Left corner three, wide open. Kayla Thornton knocks down the three. Come on now. And the Liberty take the lead. 13-11. They're going to keep abusing this play here if we let them. Kayla McBride to the lane. Throws up the left-hand layup. Rebound by JJ. And the Liberty have the rebound. Over to Kayla Thornton. She pulls up for a mid-range jump shot. Air ball. But Stewie gets the rebound. Foul. And one. Brianna Stewart. So the Liberty respond and have taken a 4-point lead here with 3 minutes, 34 seconds to go. It's gone pretty quickly here in the first quarter. We have an official's timeout as the Liberty have a 15-11 lead. So what you like to see, people. This is what you like to see. For those who are new and you haven't sort of peeped it by now, I am a Liberty fan. So this stream will be a tad bit biased. I will give credit when Minnesota does do great things, but there won't be no overly cheering for the Minnesota Lynx team tonight. Just a disclaimer, as they say. So the foul was by Alana Smith on Brianna Stewart. We're at a timeout right now. Just had to make a quick post on the Twitter. Well, the X, I ain't gonna call it X, y'all. It's Twitter. Mama called it Twitter. I'm gonna call it. Well, the founder called it Twitter. I'm gonna call it Twitter. Yeah, the Liberty, moving wild with these turnovers. Jim, salute. What's going on, Jim? Hope all is well. For those just joining, there is a poll going on right now. Who will win this game? Liberty or Lynx? Exclamation mark vote space NYL for the Liberty. For the Lynx is exclamation mark vote space LYNX for the Lynx. I'll end it at the end of the first quarter. And then we'll have another poll at halftime. That one will be about MVP. So get your thoughts together for halftime about who you think will win MVP. And once I start that poll, you can select the corresponding answer. All right. So looking at the box score so far, Kayla Thornton with 5, Lainey Hamilton with 3, Stewie with 2, Sabrina with 5. Jonquel already has 5 rebounds for the Liberty. Bridget Carlton with 3. Alana Smith with 4. McBride with 2. Courtney Williams with 2. Nafisa hasn't scored, but she has 3 rebounds. Illface says, I don't know a single player on the Lynx. Nafisa Collier went to UConn. One of the better players in the league. Everybody else is, I don't think they're big names. I know a lot of UConn. People watch a lot of UConn or follow UConn. But yeah. So Minnesota, they have a stat up here. 90.6 defensive rating leads the WNBA. Oh, we got a Vandersloot sighting here. Vandersloot in the game for Jonquel. Leo in the game for Kayla Thornton. Kennedy Burke in the game for Benijah Laney Hamilton. As Brianna Stewart shoots the free throw and hits the free throw to complete the 3-point play. Liberty up 16-11 here at the 3.5 mark to go in the first quarter. Dorka Yuha's in the game for the Lynx. I think that's the only sub. Yep, only sub. She's in for Alana Smith. Courtney Williams down to Nafisa. Nafisa goes up with the left, and they call a foul on Leo. So Leo comes in and immediately gets a foul. That's unfortunate. Nafisa's a tough guard. I didn't really see the call there. But Nafisa at the line for free throws. These are her first shots of the game. And she hits the first. Tudo said NY loves to play with their food as well. You are absolutely right. But they can't play tonight. They got to be hungry. And she hits the second. Nafisa hits both free throws. It's 16-13 here as Sabrina brings the ball up the court. Over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot over to Kennedy Burke. Kennedy Burke with the ball. Handoff to Sabrina. Sabrina, left-hand drive. Floater from the foul line. Sabrina. She's worked on that floater, and it is clicking tonight. Boy, I tell you. Sabrina with the floater is 18-13. Bridget Carlton. Handoff to Nafisa. Over to Courtney Williams. Ooh, almost traveled. Dorka Yuha's top of the key. Looking for McBride. McBride, quick three. She does this, and she misses. Ball gets tipped out by Leo. Rebound by Minnesota. Over to Courtney Williams. No, Courtney Williams, mid-range jump shot. That's her bread and butter. She loved that mid-ranger. She hits it from the left-hand side. It's 18-15 New York. Vandersloot over to Sabrina. Sabrina for Leo. Leo drives on Bridget. Over to Stewie. Stewie pump fakes. Top of the key to Vandersloot. Vandersloot, mid-range jump shot. And Vandersloot hits her first shot back from her hiatus. Oh, they had the ISO, the gain up too high on that camera, excuse me. And Liberty up 20-15. Bridget Carlton. Ooh, she almost travels out to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams with the crossover gets to the foul line, dribbles back out. Over to Nafisa. Nafisa down to Dorka. Dorka Yuha's against Kennedy Burke. Mismatch and scores. 20-17. Under 2 minutes to go here. Sabrina with the head fake. Oh, bad pass, but Stewie lets it go, and it goes Liberty ball. Sabrina with a rush pass. Dorka Yuha's gets a hand on it. Looks like Sabrina's getting subbed out. Courtney Williams and Bridget Carlton also get subbed out for the Minnesota Lynx. No, Sabrina's still in, guys. Sabrina's still in. Vandersloot Gets the ball stripped. She drives into traffic and gets the ball stripped. Over to Kayla McBride. She stops for three, pops for three, and knocks for three. Turnovers, killing the Liberty here, and it's tied at 20-20. Vandersloot over to Kennedy Burke. Kennedy Burke spin move on Nafisa, attacks the basket, goes up, and scores a layup. KB spins off Nafisa, drives to the basket, right-hand side, and lays it right up. 22-20 New York. McBride hit the first one. She misses the second. Rebound to Vandersloot. Vandersloot quickly up the court. Over to Kennedy Burke. She hit the two. She shoots a three, and KB hits the three. Kennedy Burke, 5 quick points. And the Liberty go up 5, 25-20. Under a minute to go here. Oh, my clock is not started, guys. My bad. I'm so hyped I didn't even start the clock. Natisha Heidemann in the game. And the Liberty get a steal. Sabrina, no look to Stewie. Stewie with the layup, and the Liberty score again. Liberty up 27-20. 30 seconds to go here. My bad, guys. My clock is all the way off. Cecilia Vandelicini goes up, throws up the jump shot, gets fouled again by Leo and 1. Leo with 2 fouls already. That's her Achilles heel in this league, and she continues to foul. So it's 19 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Liberty up 5. Minnesota in the bonus. Doesn't really matter as the quarter is almost over. It resets every quarter. But Leo with another foul lets her finish the basket. And now she's at the line for the 3-point play. Zandalicini. Jim says, I wish the Fever had either of these head coaches. Tudo says, I don't know what's worse, Apple TV games or Amazon Prime games. I haven't watched a game on Apple TV, to be completely honest with you. I don't watch MLS. And when the Yankees are on Amazon, when the Yankees are on Apple TV, I don't watch. So, Tudo, I just read your comment above. I'm happy Sabrina got to worry about working on her game. As Zandalicini hits the free throw, it's 27-23 here. Shot clock is off. Vandersloot brings the ball up the court. Guarded by Natisha Heidemann. Crossover. Gets a stagger screen from the Liberties. Vandersloot over to Sabrina for 3 off the back rim. Nafisa with the rebound. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the first quarter, the Liberty lead 27-23. Great showing so far on the scoring front. The turnovers are just bad right now. Liberty up to 5 turnovers in that first quarter. You had 2 by Sabrina, 1 by Stewie, 1 by Benijah, and 1 by Vandersloot. But it's good to see Vandersloot back. She came off and hit her first jump shot wide open at the foul line. It's good to see. For the Lynx, you got balanced scoring. Kayla McBride with 5 points. Everybody pretty much has scored besides Heidemann, who just came in. Everybody scored at least 2 points. Illface says, UNESCO is the player that got me watching women's basketball in college. Yeah, she had taken the basketball world in the women's college game by storm. She did have a down rookie year because she got injured, probably injured a couple games into her rookie year. But now that she's back and healthy and able to work on her game, add different things to her game besides just shooting threes, it's really paying off with the floaters, the decision making, and the passing. Still can be a little bit better in that area with the 2 turnovers already, but hopefully she won't have too many more this game. All right, let's get stuff ready for the second quarter. I see a couple of a good amount of us in here. If you like this type of content, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. We'll be back on Thursday for a triple header. There's about 4 games on Thursday. I'll be streaming 3 of them on the watch along. So make sure you're liked and subscribed. Appreciate all the support. Especially for today, the Commissioner's Cup Final 2024. Still in commercial here. Still in commercial. So you're not missing a thing. I don't know what happened there. I think I adjusted something by accident. Let me fix that up. My background just got super shifted, but we'll fix. All right, cool. I think we're good now. That was weird. All right, cool. Let's lock that up. All right. I did say I was gonna end this poll at after the first quarter. So let's close the poll. So at the end we have 4 votes, all 4 votes for the Liberty. Let me unpin this poll. Pace was very quick. That was a very quick first quarter considering. Very quick first quarter. Not too many timeouts. It was only that one official's timeout, so not too much to stop. Not too much stoppage in play. Liberty went 11 for 20 in the first quarter. Minnesota went 9 for 17. Liberty doing well. So Minnesota starts off with the ball to start this second quarter. It's Heidemann, Nafisa, Zandalicini, Carlton, and Uhas. Zandalicini for 3, and she buries it. Cecilia Zandalicini buries the 3, and it's a 2-point game, 27-25. Cancer says, second quarter, you already know we're going to give up the lead. Yeah, typical Liberty stuff. Thornton over to JJ. Handoff to Laney Hamilton. Gets the screen from from JJ. Over to Stewie. Stewie in the post against Nafisa. Stewie with 4 on the shot clock. Pump fake, throws it up, gets blocked. Great defense by Minnesota. Liberty didn't know what they were doing there. And Minnesota with the ball. Heidemann with the ball. Over to Zandalicini. Zandalicini pulls up for 3 on Laney Hamilton and knocks down another 3. So Cecilia Zandalicini hits 2 threes to start this quarter, and they retake the lead, 28-27. Vandersloot with the ball. Vandersloot over to Stewie. Stewie over to Laney Hamilton. Laney Hamilton with the ball, tries to get him off the screen. Over to Sloot. Sloot, pump fakes. Over to Kayla Thornton. Left corner 3. KT, save us. And KT knocks on the wide open 3. Retake the lead. Liberty do 30-28. And Zandalicini, as I say that, miscommunication between her and I think that was Courtney Williams, and she throws it out of bounds. So Nafisa gets her first break of the game. She goes to the bench. Who comes in for her? Alana Smith comes in for her. Stewie attacks, throws up the floater and misses. Rebound Alana Smith. Alana Smith over to Zandalicini. She attacks Vandersloot. Vandersloot playing great defense. She finds the cutting Heidemann. Heidemann goes back to her. One leg fall away as she misses. Oh, they call a shooting foul. A shooting foul on the Liberty. Now, it might be on Vandersloot. So, Zandalicini being the X factor here for the Minnesota Lynx. She's hit 2 threes, and now she gets fouled on a mid-range jump shot going to the line for free throws. Vandersloot to the bench. And she hits the first. Zandalicini. Sabrina's in. Kennedy Burke is in. Kayla Thornton. Oh, Brianna Stewart goes to the bench here. Brianna Stewart to the bench. Kennedy Burke in the game. So Zandalicini at the line for her second. She's already up to, if she hits this, she's up to 10 points already, Zandalicini. And it's 30-30. Sigmund, I hope your presence changes it for the better, my friend. Sabrina with the ball over to JJ. Back to Sabrina. Sabrina over to Lainey Hamilton. Over to Sabrina again. Sabrina pump fakes. Over to Lainey Hamilton. She drives. Over to KT. KT, another three. Oh, she misses and rebound Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams with the ball. Courtney Williams gets to her mid-ranger. Throws up a floater instead. Jonquel snags the rebound. Over to Lainey Hamilton. So 30-30 here. Oh, I have 31 for the Lynx. Excuse me. It's 30-30. Kayla Thornton for the three in front of the Liberty bench, and KT knocks it down. Kayla Thornton hooping. 33-30. What KT got? She is hooping right now. Kayla Thornton up to 11 points here to lead the Liberty in scoring. They're going to keep leaving her open, and they call a foul on Lainey Hamilton on Bridget Carlton. Otherwise, Dorky Yu has had a highway to the right side of the basket. So it's sideline out of bounds for the Minnesota Lynx. Sideline out of bounds. Bridget Carlton inbounds to Alana Smith. Over to Xander Lassini. They switch. So Benijah Gardner. Courtney Williams with the ball. Dorky Yuhas against Sabrina. She throws it up and scores. That was great play by the Lynx. They got the mismatch of Sabrina guarding Dorky Yuhas, and that was easy money. Sabrina, bad pass. Does a tough. Oh, they say it was deflected by the Lynx, thankfully. So it stays with the Liberty. She should have led her a little bit more on the pass. She tried to fire it in there, and it was a turnover. So it's 33-32. Liberty up right now. Lainey Hamilton to inbound. Finds Sabrina coming off the inbound pass. Baseline jump shot. Knocks it down. 35-32. Great screen by Jonquel to free Sabrina. Alana Smith over to Courtney Williams. She pulls up for three, and she misses badly. Doesn't hit the rim. Hits all backboard. Jonquel with another rebound. Outlet to KB. KB over to KT. KT to Sabrina from deep for three. Hey! Sabrina Ionescu for three, and Minnesota calls a timeout. Sabrina, ball movement, leads to a wide open three, right wing, deep, like probably 27, 28 feet from the basket, all net for Sabrina Ionescu. Great ball movement. And she knocks it down. Liberty up 6, 38-32. 6:07 to go in this second quarter. This is what you like to see, people. This is what you like to see. Great basketball. Teams going back and forth. High-level basketball we are seeing this evening. Yeah, Jim says when Sabrina gets hot, it's all over. Hopefully, my friend. Hopefully. Excuse me. Get some water here. Damn, cut myself. Tudo, who you have going to the finals, or is it too early? It's too early, my friend. Too early. So much more basketball to go. Records-wise, Liberty are 15-3, so that's 18 games. We're almost at the halfway point games-wise. So 20 games is the halfway point. Liberty do look good. I still think there's another level they can get to. There's another level they need to get to in order to win the championship. They can win a one-off game, but when it comes to winning 3 out of 5 games, that's a different story. No, Sigmund, stay right here, my friends. Stay right here. Don't go anywhere, because they're playing well right now. Because if you leave and they start going downhill, I'm gonna have to send you a message. Come on back. So we're at a timeout right now. Minnesota timeout. 6:07 to go here in the second quarter. The Liberty moving the basketball. They still need to cut down on the turnovers. But they are moving the basketball. Xander Lassini from the Minnesota Lynx came off the bench, scored 10 points in a few minutes. She hasn't missed a shot. She's 10 points. She's hit a 3 and 2 other field goals here. and 3 free. Oh yeah, she got fouled. Oh, she had 3 free throws. Excuse me. She's played 6 minutes, has 10 points. We can't. If we could limit Nafisa and let everyone else beat us, I like it. But the one thing I am seeing is that when they run that pick and roll with Alana Smith or any of the bigs, they try to trap the ball handler, leaving the big one-on-one under the basket. With a smaller player guarding. So that's one thing they do need to fix. Yeah, Sigmund, the Yankees have been getting me upset. They've been getting me upset. Ball back at play, though, guys. Ball just got back at play. Alana Smith tries to pass it. Great hands by the Liberty. We get the steals. Stewie over to Benijah Laney Hamilton. Over to Sabrina. Left side of the floor. Over to JJ. JJ, handoff to Sabrina. Sabrina gets the rescreen from JJ. Throws up the floater from the foul line. Ooh, that floater is beautiful. Sabrina Ionescu, another basket. Sabrina up to 14 points here in the first quarter. Last game, she had 26 and 11 against the Dream. Alana Smith on the drive, goes out to Bridget Carlton, over to Courtney Williams. They say, we could leave you open, and she proves them right. Gets the brick. Kayla McBride, though, you can't leave her open, but she misses anyway. Kayla Thornton with the rebound. Over to Laney Hamilton, left side of the floor. She almost carries, but she gets it to John Quell. John Quell with the ball, over to Stewie. Stewie, been quiet so far, over to Laney Hamilton, and she turns the ball over. Took her eyes off the ball, turnover. Over to Nafisa. Nafisa goes up and scores. Turnovers lead to baskets for the other team. I don't know what Benijah was doing there. Took her eyes off the ball. Simple catch, and turned it over. So it's 40-34 here. Liberty need to continue to be aggressive. Sabrina with the ball. Over to JJ, and they call a foul on Bridget Carlton on Brianna Stewart. Brianna Stewart was trying to post her up. Yo, E, what's good, bro? What is good? Pac-Man, I didn't even see your earlier comment. Liberty almost turned it over again. John Quell saves it. They get it to John Quell. John Quell goes corner to Kayla Thornton. She, no hesitation. KT knocks down a 3. From that same left corner, they keep leaving her open. She's repeating her performance against the Sparks on Saturday, knocking down 3 after 3. Carlton for 3 answers right back. Right back with a 3 for Bridget Carlton. That's what she does as well. 43-37. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina gets the screen from Stewie. Hesitation dribble. She gets into the paint. Oh, Sabrina! Don't hit her with the little hezzy move to the basket and scores. Sabrina on one tonight. I think her sneakers just dropped. The Sabrina 2s, and she hooping. Oh, good steal by Sabrina as I say that. Sabrina on the break by herself, goes up for the layup and scores. Sabrina everywhere tonight, hitting from all 3 levels. 3-point, mid-range, at the basket. Another timeout by Minnesota. They need to talk it over. 10-point lead for the Liberty. Largest lead of the night. And UBS is rocking. UBS is rocking tonight. The Liberty fans who made the trek over to Nassau County. That looks a little empty, but they made the trek over and they supporting the team. 47-37 here in the second. Sabrina out here hooping. She said, yo, I just dropped my I can't lose on my sneaker release date. Can't lose. With these shoes, I can't lose. Sabrina up to 18. Not too many assists tonight, but she hooping. Why ain't go? Yeah, come on, man. Come on, dog. Ain't nobody trekking out to Long Island. 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night. No, sir. Not me. Oh, man. Jim says Lynx won't fold their tent. I hope they do it. They need to fold their tent and go home and give us the win. Tudor says Volpe, Soto, and Aaron. Yeah, for the Yanks. Yeah, man. Starting pitching started off hot. It's been pretty shaky as of late. Yeah, man. Man said phony. Oh, man. If it was included in my season ticket package, I would have went. Probably. Nah, I probably still don't want. I would have probably gave it to somebody who lives on Long Island. Say if you don't want to go, here's the tickets. Liz, oh yeah, SI20, Sabrina Ionescu. So it's Sabrina and Kayla hooping for the Liberty right now. Jonquel is beasting on the board. She has 6 rebounds. She hasn't scored yet. But Kayla Thornton with 14 on 4 of 6 from 3. Sabrina with 18, 8 for 10 from the field. 2 of 4 from 3. Bill said your Blue Jays not playing good. Yeah, respectfully, I'm happy. Oh man. Respectfully though, respectfully. All right, guys, we're still in timeout right now. We are still in timeout. You're not missing a thing. Thanks for all the support so far. Make sure you leave a like on the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. This is the 2024 Commissioner's Cup final between the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty. Minnesota trying to win their first Commissioner's Cup. The Liberty trying to go back-to-back and win 2 in a row for the first time. I missed what comment I missed. What did you say? Oh, should I get a Bridget Carleton Lynx jersey if not a Lynx fan? Nah, she's a Canadian. You supporting Canada. That's your countryman. So I'm all for supporting my countrymen. All right, we're back in the broadcast with the Lynx. Lynx have the ball. Courtney Williams, Nafisa Collier, Bridget Carleton, Alana Smith, and McBride. Same starters for the Liberty here as well. Carleton over to Nafisa. Nafisa for 3, and she buries it. Hits the 3 right in front of her bench, and it's 47-40. Sabrina over to Stewie. Back to Sabrina. Sabrina bumps off of a player. Sabrina gets into the paint. Oh, and she turns it over. Courtney Williams standing right there in front of Kayla Thornton. Courtney Williams stops. Corner to Bridget Carleton. And just like that, they hit back-to-back threes. And it's a 4-point game. So 7 turnovers by the Liberty. Sabrina with the ball. Over to JJ. JJ tries to pass through the ball. And it stays with the Liberty. Kennedy Burke checks in for Jonquel. Leonie Fevich checks in for Kayla Thornton, I believe. Ball and bounds with the Liberty. Sabrina Ionescu over to Stewie. Stewie over to Benija. Benija for a contested 3 gets blocked. Kennedy Burke with the rebound, rushes it and misses. Rebound to Minnesota. Bridget Carleton on the run here. Bridget Carleton picks up her dribble over to Alana Smith. Over to Nafisa at the foul line. Nafisa attacks, spin move, goes up, 1 leg fall away, he's good. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. Minnesota comes out of that timeout. And I think the Liberty call a timeout here. Liberty give up a quick 8 points. And it's a 2-point game here. Give up 2 threes and a layup. Well, a 8-footer, I should say, to Nafisa. So Liberty call a timeout to regroup here. Liberty call a timeout. Tudo says, how many points have they scored off of turnovers? The Liberty have scored 6 points off of turnovers. Off of the Minnesota Lynx turnovers. The Lynx have scored 12 points off of the Liberty's 7 turnovers. The Lynx, like I said, are going to be a tough opponent. I was nervous before the game. And no lead is safe when you have the 3-point shooters that Minnesota Lynx have. McBride, Nafisa, Bridget, Xander Lassini, Heidemann can even hit threes. Alana Smith can hit threes. Even I seen Dorka Juhas hitting threes. Everybody on their team can shoot threes. So no lead is safe when the 3-ball is in play. The Liberty just need to continue to move the ball and take smart shots. So we're out of the timeout now. Liberty about to inbound in the back court. Let's see what they call out of this timeout. So Sabrina with the ball. right side of the floor. Over to Vandersloot, who has checked into the game. Vandersloot with the ball. They're trying to find Sabrina. Sabrina comes off and gets the catch. Oh, gets the screen from Kennedy Burke. ISO'd with Alana Smith. Sabrina over to Sloot. Sloot pump fakes over to Phoebage. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina 3 on the clock. Sabrina has to chuck it up and airball. Without a bad play call out of the timeout. I don't know if that was the play call or somebody just didn't take the shot they were supposed to. But Minnesota with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Oh, my clock has been running this whole time. My bad, y'all. It's 2 minutes to go here. 2 minutes to go. I'm going to fix it soon. Oh, Minnesota misses. Minnesota misses. And Sabrina over to Stewie. Stewie with the ball. Over to Phoebage. Over to Vandersloot, top of the key. She gets into the paint. Goes up with the left. Oh, smokes the layup, but Stewie gets the rebound. And they call a foul. So now I can reset the clock. It's 1:36 here to go in the second quarter. And Breanna Stewart going to the line for free throws. So Breanna Stewart not having the best scoring night so far. Stewie with 5 points. Is it 5? Yeah, I think she has 5 points here. She hits the free throw. Sorry, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. And she misses the second. So it's a 3-point game still. New York in the bonus here, in the foul bonus with 1.5 minutes to go. Courtney Williams with the ball. Over to Bridget Carlton. Bridget Carlton drives out to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams over to Bridget again. Bridget drives on Phoebage. She goes up, throws it up. Good. And they call a travel. Thank you. I thought they were about to call another foul on Leo. Bridget travels, and it's ball to New York. That ankle sort of gave way on her. But we move. Vandersloot over to Stewie, back to Vandersloot. Vandersloot drives on Courtney, goes behind the, why is she going behind the back? Vandersloot with the turnover there, runs right into Kayla McBride. And another turnover by the Liberty. I don't know why Vandersloot's trying to go behind the back dribble there and loses the ball. So it's a foul on Vandersloot for running into Kayla McBride. And ball with the Lynx. Courtney Williams with the ball. Hand off to Carlton. Over to Smith. Back to Williams. Williams to Smith. Corner to Bridget Carlton. She pump fakes. Doesn't take the shot. They leave McBride. Top of the key 3. She misses, thankfully. Wide open 3 from McBride. And it rolls in and out. Vandersloot with the ball. Hesitation dribble. Corner to KB. Touch pass to Sabrina for left wing 3. And Sabrina with the miss. And McBride with the rebound. 33 seconds to go here. Oh, they find Alana Smith down wide open. Guarded by Sabrina. And that's easy money. 48-47 here. Alana Smith ran down the floor, had Sabrina on her back, and that's easy. Sabrina calling for a screen here. Sabrina comes off the screen. Another screen from Stewie. Over to KB. KB over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot pump fakes, gets into the paint, throws up the scoop, and scores. Vandersloot, thank you. Go to the basket and attempt to score. Nafisa on the drive. Nafisa with the push-off. Throws up the floater, misses. Rebound by Leo, and that's how the second quarter ends. At the end of the second quarter, Liberty had a 10-point lead, almost gave it all the way up, but they lead 50-47 here at halftime. What a fast-paced first half. We saw some good shooting displays from both teams, knocking down threes, and we'll take a look at the box score here in a hot second. All right, let's get the box score loaded up, and then we could take a look at what both teams have been able to do so far. Very fast-paced so far. Can't complain, though. Very fast-paced. Tudo says, us having the lead heading into the half is lucky. This was an ugly first half by New York. Yeah, the first quarter was decent. The second quarter, not so much. They went up by 10, and immediately after that timeout, gave up 8 points. So things still need to be worked on. Team is not perfect by any stretch. Still dealing with these turnovers from our guards. They need to work on their decision making these passes too predictable. But we'll take a look at the box score. All right, now it's finally loaded up. So let me get that up for y'all. All right, people. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully it is the font is large enough. All right, so Minnesota's down 47-50 here at halftime. New York outscored them 27-23 in the first quarter. Minnesota outscored them 24-23 in the second quarter. Let's scroll down and take a look at Minnesota. Yeah, Bridget Carleton played 19 of the 20 minutes in the first half. 9 points, 4 assists. She's 3 of 3 from 3. That's what she's going to do. She's going to shoot threes, so you have to pay attention to that. All her attempts have been from 3-point range. She does have 4 assists as well. Alana Smith, 6 points and 5 rebounds. She's running the floor. She's getting open off of these traps of the ball handler, making the Liberty pay. She does have 2 blocks as well and keeping Jonquel Jones in check. Nafisa Collier, 9 points and 4 rebounds. She does have 2 assists and 2 steals. She's 3 of 5. McBride with 5 points, 1 of 6 from 3. I did tell one of my boys she's either going to have a night to remember or she's going to have a stinker. So far in the first half, it has been the latter. Courtney Williams, 4 points, 5 assists. She's getting to that mid-range jump shot. She's a threat from mid-range. Thankfully, she's only hit 2 of them so far. Xander Lassini, spark off the bench, 10 points off the bench for her. Haas with 4 and Heidemann with 0. So, yeah, like Jim just said, balanced scoring from the Minnesota Lynx. Very balanced scoring. The New York Liberty, Kayla Thornton, 14 minutes with 14 points. So a point a minute for Kayla, 4 of 6 from 3. She also had a nice contested left-hand layup that she buried with 2 rebounds and 2 assists. 1 foul is always a positive. You got Benigelani Hamilton with 3 in her first game back after a couple games off with 4 assists. She does have 2 turnovers. She has to limit those. 1 of 5. Stewie with 6 points and 5 rebounds, 2 assists. She's not scoring as much, but anytime she's a threat, anytime she's out there, she's a threat. Jonquel hasn't scored yet, no points, has 2 steals, 3 assists, and 6 rebounds. She's only taken 1 shot. They haven't really got her down in the paint, so I hope we can sort of get her in the paint some more in the second half. And then you got 18 from Sabrina. She came out hot. She was getting into the paint. That floater was working so well for her. 18 points, 2 rebounds, only 1 assist, 1 steal. Does have the 3 turnovers. A couple of her turnovers led to baskets on the other end. So something she has to limit. But she played 18 minutes in that first half. Kennedy Burke off the bench came in and scored 5 points, which is a good sign. Fibich, early foul. Oh, she only got 1 foul they have here. No points, though. And Vandersloot with 4 points in her return to basketball after being out due to her mother's passing. Let's take a look at the team stats. Cancer says, Jonquel and Stewart need to wake up in the second half. Cut the turnovers. Yeah. The guards really have to cut the turnovers. Vandersloot tried to do something behind the back dribble and totally lost the ball. Beulah says, if Liberty win, I think Sabrina Ionescu winning MVP. Thank you for reminding me. I do want to create a poll about that after I do these team stats here. So field goal percentage wise, Minnesota shooting 54.5%. The Liberty not too far behind at 54%. Yeah, Jim, 1 assist. 3-point range, Liberty shooting 53.3% on 8 of 15 shooting. The Lynx not too far behind on 6 of 13, 46%. The free throw battle, Liberty have only shot 3. They've made 2. Lynx have made all 5 of theirs. Rebounding battle, Liberty winning 19-13. Assist battle, Liberty winning 17-15. The Lynx are winning the steal battle 5-4, and the blocks battle 3-1. Turnovers, the Liberty are losing that 8-7. They've conceded 12 points off of their 8 turnovers. The Lynx have conceded 6 off of their 7. Fast break points, the Lynx are up to 15, the Liberty up to 6. Points in the paint, Liberty are winning that 18-16. Liberty are out fouling the Lynx right now. Largest leads of the game, Liberty had a 10-point lead in that second quarter, and the Lynx had a 5-point lead in the first. So that is the halftime box score and team stat recap. The turnover battle is where the Liberty need to focus, limit the turnovers, and limit those open threes. There were a couple open threes that Minnesota had that we got lucky they didn't make. So they need to work on that, because if not, it'll be bad news for us. I forgot to actually complete that earlier poll. So the new poll is, who will win Commissioner's Cup MVP? So I'm only going to give a few options, and then the other, I'll just put other, and you can select that. There's probably too many options for us to all put. So the people who are playing good right now, I'm going to put Sabrina Ionescu. Oh, I called her Ionescu. So I'm gonna put Sab. RC, my guy, salute. What's going on, bro? What is going on? Who else is playing good? I'm putting Nafisa, Collier. I'm gonna put Fee. Who else is playing pretty good? I'm gonna put Kayla Thornton. She's playing pretty good. Kayla Thornton. And that's gonna be KT. And then I'm gonna put other. All right, cool. So let's confirm that. And we'll start this poll. Cool. Oh, it overtook everything. All right, the poll is up, people. Poll is up. Poll is up. Hopefully, let me shrink it down so we can see. Who will win the Commissioner's Cup MVP? You got Sabrina Ionescu, Nafisa Collier, Kayla Thornton, or other. So for Sabrina, you put exclamation mark vote space SAB for Sab. For Nafisa, exclamation mark vote space PHEE for Nafisa. For Kayla Thornton, exclamation mark vote space KT. And for other, exclamation mark vote space other. Make sure you type it in correctly. It is pretty case sensitive, space sensitive. So if you don't see your vote populate on the graph, you know it didn't go through. Tudo says the good thing with New York is if it could close in the fourth, we can trust them. Yeah, that's the thing. I thought the same thing against the Phoenix Mercury. We were up, and in the blink of an eye, we gave up that lead. Hopefully, we can avenge or dispel that. Hopefully that was just a blip and not what you call it, a recurring theme here. Right, I'm gonna vote in this, so I'm going to, let's go YouTube. I'm gonna go exclamation mark vote, and I'm gonna say other. I'm gonna throw a wrench in the plans here. All right, so my vote got counted. Exclamation mark, no space between exclamation mark and vote, or else it won't take. Make sure there's no space between the exclamation mark and the word vote, or else it won't take. All right, so we're still at halftime. If you're just joining, still at halftime. Liberty up 50-47. 50-47. Tutor said if they counted that three, oh yeah, you're right. If they did count that three, KT hit with the 4-point play, that would have been a different game. You were absolutely right. All right, we got a vote for Sabrina here. We got a vote so far for Sabrina. We got 2 votes for Sabrina. I'm throwing a wrench in the plans. I said other. I'm not even gonna lie. I said other. Who's gonna be the star of the second half? Because that's usually what happens. If somebody comes out in that second half and puts on a show and steals the MVP. Last year it was Jonquel Jones. Jonquel Jones did win Commissioner's Cup MVP last season. She did. That was basically like the start of her, not the start, but sort of like kicking off her resurgence that second half of the season. Pronoun salute. Um, Let me see what Jonquel had in that Commissioner's Cup game last year. I think she had a double or something like that. Jonquel Jones, Commissioner Cup 2023. Let's hop on the good old Google. She had a 16 point, 15 rebound double. That's why she was the Commissioner's Cup MVP. Don't see her repeating this year. She's up to no points with 6 rebounds. So we will have a new MVP. We will have an MVP. Man, the first half did have me a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, but when we started hitting threes, it was a little different story. But hopefully, we can continue to move the ball in the second half. Jim said Liberty fans are spoiled. 50-3. Look, man, we still haven't won a championship, and we're one of the founding teams. So, listen, we've been in the league since '97 and have went to the championship 4 times, I believe, 4 or 5 times. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, I think it was 4. I think it's 4 times, and we've lost all 4, including the one last year. No, we're 5 times. Excuse me, it's 5 times we've been, and we've lost all 5. So listen, I gotta celebrate the wins while they're here, because I know there's dark times with this team, very dark times. Jim says you have the players and the coach to get it done. That is true. That is true. But is now, can we get over that final hump? Because if they don't win this year, I expect the team to look a lot different next year. I do not expect this team to look the same next year if we lose again. Tudo says we also got a second unit now. That is true. That is true. Second unit much better than last year's second unit, more versatile than last year's last year's bench unit, because we had Marine, who was good for a good game here and there on offense. Defense wasn't her strong suit, and she wasn't super consistent on the offensive end. We had Steph Dolson, who was hurt a lot of that second half due to she got hurt. Then we had Niara, who was barely getting any minutes. Who else we had? We had Epiphany Prince for a bit on a hardship contract. Hanshu going back and forth between China and New York for not getting any play time. So it was all over the place. All over the place. Jim said Liberty haven't had a winning season in 10 years. Yeah, we had a winning season last year. The year before that. I mean, like we made the playoffs the year before that against Chicago. I remember that season. I went to a couple of games. Went to the one game that we had against Chicago and then they ended up beating us. And we went to the playoffs the year before that too. Against the Phoenix Mercury. That's when the playoff format, I think it was like a 1-game first round or something like that. And they ended up beating us. Tudor says at the moment the spread is -4.5. Yeah, we were -5. It was -5.5 to start. Damien says not good to be up by only 3. I hear that. I hear that. All right, the broadcast is back on. They're talking to the coaches. They're talking to their players, getting ready for the second half. We have 3 votes for Sabrina. My 1 vote for Commissioner's Cup MVP. I think I've seen a couple of votes that didn't register in the chat. So I'll say about 5 votes for Sabrina and about 1 vote for other. I'll end this at some point during the quarter has started. They didn't even give it time to breathe. Quarter has started, and the Liberty get a steal by Jonquel Jones to start the quarter. That's a good sign. Good sign. Sabrina over to JJ, over to KT, right corner. Kayla comes off the screen, looking to post Jonquel, and they call. Oh yes, it did. Oh, are we good? All right, we're good. All right, so ball back in play with the Liberty. Sorry for hitting the mic, guys. Over to Stewie. Stewie over to Sabrina. Over to Benija. Over to Sabrina for 3. Oh, Sabrina misses. Benija gets the... Oh, Benija tries to put it back up mid-ear and misses. Nafisa almost loses the ball. Bridget Carlton picks it up. Yeah, I hit my mic and knocked the wire out. Alana Smith over to Bridget Carlton for 3, and she buries it. Tie game here, 50-50. 50-50. That's what Bridget Carlton does. Shoots 3s. Benija Laney Hamilton over to Stewie. And they call an offensive foul on Brianna Stewart. Benija Laney trying to go too quickly. Didn't let Brianna Stewart set the screen, and it's a turnover. So Bridget up to 12 points, 4 of 4 from 3. Ball back in play with the Lynx. Lynx with a chance to retake the lead. Kayla McBride in the corner for 3, and she misses. Rebound, Sabrina. Sabrina over to Jonquel. Jonquel goes behind the back. Post up on Alana Smith. Picks up her dribble, looking for somebody. Up top to Stewie. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina to Stewie, foul line, and she hits the contested jumper. Brianna Stewart knocks it down over Bridget Carlton. It's 52-50. 52-50. Alana Smith with the ball over to Nafisa, over to Bridget Carlton. Bridget Carlton drives. Over to Alana Smith, over to Kayla McBride. McBride over to Bridget Carlton. Bridget Carlton on the drive. She picks up her dribble, looking for Nafisa. Nafisa throws it up, misses, rebound by Stewie. Great defense. Stewie with the ball. And bad pass by Stewie. Throws it straight out of bounds, trying to find Jonquel in the post. And it's another turnover by the Liberty here. Liberty with these entry passes. Courtney Williams for 3, and she buries it. And the Lynx take the lead, 53-52. The Liberty will live with Courtney Williams taking 3s. Not really a good 3-point shooter, but they take the lead, 53-52. Another point conceded off of turnovers. Another bad entry pass by the Liberty, and Courtney Williams on the backside they're trying to force feed Jonquel Jones, but it's taking them out of their offense here because they can't make a good entry pass. Courtney Williams for another 3, same spot, misses. Rebound by Jonquel. Jonquel running the break here. Jonquel over to Kayla Thornton. Walks into a 3. Kayla short. And long rebound to the Lynx with Bridget Carlton. Bridget picks up her dribble over to McBride. They're trying to post Nafisa. Nafisa pump fakes out to Alana Smith. She can hit those, and she misses. Rebound by Stewie. Liberty hanging in the bounds. Stewie on the drive, goes up, gets fouled, and won. Brianna Stewart. She may have to take over here. And the Liberty retake the lead, 54-53. Brianna Stewart going to the line for the 3-point play. He said these girls can't make an entry pass to save it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like half those passes are not even close here. And Stewie knocks down the free throw for the 3-point play. It's a 2-point game, 55-53 here. Lynx ball over to Alana Smith. Over to Bridget Carlton. Over to Kayla McBride. McBride back to Carlton. Carlton another three. And she finally misses. Long rebound to the Lynx. Over to Nafisa. Nafisa drives on Benijah Laney Hamilton. Goes up. And she misses the layup but gets fouled. So Nafisa Collier going to the line for free throws to tie this game. So Nafisa at the line for the first. She hits the first. And Nafisa buries both. Free throws, ties the game at 55. A ball back in play with the Liberty here. Tie game here is going to go down to the wire, I feel. I knew it was going to be a tight game from the start. Over to Benijah Laney Hamilton. Over to Stewie in the corner, right in front of the Lynx bench. Back to Benijah. Cross court to Kayla. Kayla pump fakes. Out to Benijah. Corner to Stewie. Stewie pump fakes. Shoots the mid-range jump shot. Misses. And rebound to the Lynx. That was a great ball movement by the Liberty. Lynx better rotational defense. Bridget Carlton with the ball. She finally missed a shot. Courtney Williams with the ball. Courtney Williams gets to that mid-range jump shot. Short. Rebound. Stewie. Over to Benijah Laney Hamilton. Let's see if she can wake up as well. She calls for the screen. Doesn't even wait for it. And passes it to Sabrina. Sabrina with the ball. Goes over to Jonquel. Jonquel with the pump fake. Jonquel pump fakes. And she throws it out of bounds over Kayla Thornton's head. And another turnover by the Liberty. Liberty keeping them in this game with turnovers. Just turnover after turnover. Minnesota with the ball. Courtney Williams in the corner by the Liberty bench. She goes up top to Alana Smith. They're trying to post Nafisa. Great defense by Jonquel. Jonquel guarding Alana Smith. She goes up under. Blocked by Jonquel. Rebound Sabrina. Sabrina with the ball. Over to Jonquel. Corner to Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton down to Stewie. They bring the double. Stewie doesn't pass out of the double. She escapes the double and bad pass again. Goes cross court to Benijah and another turnover by the Liberty. Kayla McBride left wide open for three. If she hits this, oh, she doesn't. Wide open. It gets tipped out. Stays with the Lynx. The Liberty may need to talk this over. They look shocked right now. Stewie saw the trap coming, accepted the trap, didn't pass out of it, and ends up trying to do a cross court pass, which gets picked off. Luckily, the Lynx don't make us pay. So it's a timeout here. Officials timeout. Game tied at 55-55. Let me end this poll here. Let me end this poll. Sabrina won the nomination there. So not a good start to the third for the Liberty. It looks like their second quarter woes have shifted to the third in this game. They started off trying to get Jonquel super involved, but nobody could make an entry pass. Both entry passes were way off. And then a bunch of turnovers there as well. Liberty up to 13 turnovers. I think they had 8 or 7 at the half, if I remember correctly. Now they're up to 13. You had the moving screen. You had that pass that we just saw from Brianna Stewart trying to go cross court. You had the 2 bad entry passes. Yeah, that's about right. Tudo says we are minus 45 in the second and only plus 9 in the third. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is, but luckily the Lynx have missed some wide open shots here. Otherwise, we would have been down by a lot more right now. Caitlin McBride, very prolific three-point shooter, left wide open, top of the key, and she just misses it. Running the clock down, guys. It's 4 minutes, 41 seconds to go on the clock. So I just had to run it down a bit. We're still in commercial right now here on Prime. Salute to everybody who's tuned in on this watch along. Make sure you leave a like on the video. It would be much appreciated. All right, so the broadcast is back on. Minnesota should be feeling pretty good. They're on the road. They've erased a 10-point lead quickly, and now the game is tied. All right, so let's see what the Lynx do here. I think it was off the Liberty at that timeout. It's Lynx ball in the front court by their basket. They have a chance to retake the lead here. Ball in play with the Lynx. It's the starters on the floor for both teams here. Nafisa Collier looking for McBride. Can't find her. Over to Uhas is in the game for Alana Smith. Williams for the mid-range jump shot. As I've been saying all evening, she likes that mid-range jumper. Courtney Williams buries it. 57-55. Handoff from Stewie to Lainey Hamilton. Over to Sabrina. Coming off the curl. Sabrina for three. And she's short. Rebound to J.J. J.J. with the ball. Leonie Fibich is in the game as well. Leo with the ball. Leo over to Sabrina. Sabrina down to Jonquel. Jonquel one leg fall away. She misses and rebound Nafisa. Jonquel still scoreless this evening. They're doing a real good job on her. Courtney Williams with the ball. Courtney Williams down to Nafisa. Nafisa turnaround jump shot. Misses. Rebound to Sabrina. Sabrina hesitation dribble. Finds Jonquel. Jonquel finds Stewie on the cut and gets fouled by Bridget Carlton. That's our best offense here, going to the foul line. So Bridget Carlton, I think that's her second foul of the game. 2 fouls on Bridget. So Stewie going to the line for free throws. She has 11 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. We might need an eruption from her to win this game. She hits the first. Yeah, Jonquel is in solitary confinement right now. Handcuffs. And she hits the second. Let's see how the Liberty can close this third quarter. They've been pretty terrible. Nafisa for wide open three, and she buries it. They get confused on the switch there. Nafisa left open behind Jonquel and knocks down the three. She's 2 for 2 from three. 60-57. It's time for the stars to show up. Jonquel with the ball by the 3-point line. Picks up her dribble over to Brianna Stewart. Brianna Stewart attacks Dorka. Over to Leo. Leo with the drive. She shoots the foul line. Jump shot. Front rims it. Bad offense. The Liberty look like they're really trying to force the ball down to Jonquel. When that doesn't work, they don't know what to do at the moment. Courtney Williams with the ball. Courtney Williams over to Nafisa. Down to Dorka. Good tip out, or they call a foul on Leo. It's 2:50 to go here. So they call a foul on Leo. They inbound the ball. Courtney Williams looking for Nafisa. Finds Nafisa. Guarded by Lainey Hamilton. 8 on the shot clock. Hesitation dribble. She drives. One-legged fall away. Throws it up. Misses. And they call a foul on the floor on... I don't know who it's on. If it's on Sabrina or JJ. On the rebound. Oh, Jonquel Jones with the foul on the rebound. Vandersloot checking into the game for Leo. So we take a 3-point shooter off and we bring Vandersloot in. Benija gets the tip on the ball, but the Lynx still have it. Lynx still have it here. Courtney Williams gets to that mid-ranger. She misses. Rebound Sabrina. Liberty need a basket here. Need a basket. Sabrina with the ball. Over to Benija Laney. Down to Jonquel. And she gets fouled on the floor. They're really trying to get the ball down to her. I get it, but you got to find a different way instead of those passes that are easy to get intercepted. Luckily, she gets fouled there on the entry pass by Nafisa Collier. Ball in play. Brianna Stewart over to Jonquel. Can Jonquel hit a three? She misses. Rebound by Lainey Hamilton. Out to Sloot. Over to Jonquel. She pump fakes. Over to Vandersloot. They another entry pass that gets thrown out of bounds. Jonquel calling for a foul, and the entry pass goes out of bounds. Mom, you might need to fast forward your Amazon Prime. Nafisa over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams over to Xander Lassini. Pulls up for three, and she misses badly. Rebound Sabrina. The Lynx are trying to give us this game here. We just can't take it. Stewie gets the ball tipped by Nafisa and a steal. Lynx on the break. And Kayla McBride fouls Sabrina as Sabrina gets the steal. They had a 2-on-1. Sabrina plays it perfectly and intercepts the pass. And we get a transition take foul out of it. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Liberty have been struggling. Liberty only with 8 points here in the third quarter. Minnesota with 13, so they're not much better. But Liberty need points badly here. Sabrina, she rattles in the transition take foul free throw to get us within 2. 60-58 here. Sabrina's first point in the second half. She has 19 now. So let's see how the Liberty can close this quarter now. The Lynx have been trying to give them the game here, and they have not been able to take it. Stewie with the ball. You don't want Jonquel to get frustrated here. I don't want her to get an offensive foul. Sabrina over to Sloot. Sloot on the drive. Goes up with the left. Misses. And Lynx with the rebound. Xander Lassini with the ball. They go down to Nafisa. She has a mismatch on Sabrina. Goes up, under, throws it, and they call a travel on Nafisa. Great defense. Good help. The Liberty need to try something else. Cancer says Jonquel Jones' body language is bad this game. Well, yeah, when she starts thinking she's getting fouled and they're not calling it, it gets pretty bad. It gets pretty bad when she believes she's getting fouled and they're not calling it. So the Liberty struggling here in this third quarter. Over to Stewie. Back to Vandersloot. Vandersloot picks up her dribble. Over to Benija Laney Hamilton. Benija Laney with the spin. Good hesitation. She goes up, gets fouled, and she's going to the line. So Benija tries to brute force her way in. Couple hesitation dribbles and gets fouled. So the Liberty have a chance to tie here. I don't know. I think Kayla Thornton should come back in this game, to be completely honest with you. Benija hits the first free throw. Vandersloot's not a shooter. She's not really bringing you anything here per se. I would go back to KT. At least they have somebody to focus on the three-point line. Benija buries both, and the Liberty somehow tie this game here. Somehow, some way. Natisha Heidemann in the game for the Lynx. Bridget Carlton left wide open for three in the corner Benija loses her, and they go up by 3 immediately. Stewie attacks, throws up the floater, bounces around. Jonquel gets the ball tipped out, and it goes out of bounds. Goes to the Lynx. So it's about a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, 63-60, in what has been a horrid third quarter for the Liberty. Turnover after turnover. Another miscommunication here, but they recover. Bridget Carlton with the ball. Bridget Carlton goes behind the back. Xander Lassini pulls up for 3 at the buzzer, and she hits it. And they go up 6. 4 seconds to go here. Vandersloot double clutches and misses. And that's how the quarter ends. So the Minnesota Lynx hit 2 threes here at the end of the third quarter. And they go up 6 here going to the fourth quarter. Camille says, Ellie stats, Prime ain't promoing Ellie today. Prime is not promoing Ellie today. I'm not sure what happened on that last play. It looked like Benija gets caught up in a screen and leaving Xander Lassini wide open at the top of the key as she knocks down the 3. So the Liberty have their work cut out for them here going into the fourth. A lot of turnovers in that third quarter. They're up to 15 turnovers. They had 7 or 8 to start the third. They had a bunch. Jim says, what is it with the Liberty in third quarters? I do not know. Yeah, Jonquel getting really frustrated. She's thinking she's getting fouled. They're not calling it, and then her body language resembles that. So no points for her. 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. I'm behind. Watch live. No, I'm not. Mom, what are you talking about? It's the fourth quarter's up. We're in a commercial right now. Sigmund said I should have left. I just saw that. How can they be 15-3 and play this bad in third quarters? Usually they're up for the most part. So when they give up, am I behind? It says end of third. The fourth quarter hasn't started yet, Mom. I don't know what to tell you. I'm as live as you possibly can be. It's 66-60. You may need to fast forward to YouTube. You're probably behind on YouTube. $66-60 going here into the fourth quarter. Liberty need to come out super aggressive here in the fourth. They need to come out. They start the fourth quarter with the ball, so they need to score on that first possession. They need to continue to move the ball. Stop trying to force it down to Jonquel with these terrible entry passes. She had 18 points in the first half. Sabrina only had 1 there in the third quarter. They're talking to Sabrina now. Well, they did the interview with Sabrina to ask what do they need to change here going into the fourth. Ball and play with the Liberty. Vandersloot running the point here. Vandersloot hand off to Benija Laney Hamilton. Benija Laney comes off the screen from Jonquel. Oh, we turned the ball over. And Natisha Heidemann on the break goes up for the layup and scores. So Lynx up 8 here. Not the start you wanted to start the fourth quarter. Vandersloot about to turn it over too, and they call a loose ball foul on Heidemann. Liberty almost turned it over again. Vandersloot, the ball just slips out of her hand. Ball gets inbounded to the Liberty. Sabrina gets checked back in immediately. They sit Benijah Laney Hamilton. Sabrina on the drive, throws up the floater, tries to go glass and misses. Rebound to the Lynx. Lynx have a chance to push this up to 10. Natisha Heidemann over to Alana Smith. Alana Smith over to Xander Lassini. She's been a killer off the bench. Xander Lassini on the drive. Oh, little spin move off the glass and scores. Xander Lassini off the bench, and Sandy Brondello calls a quick timeout here. They go up 70-60 to Minnesota Lynx with 9 minutes to go. So instead of the Liberty scoring on their first couple possessions, the Lynx do. And Sandy Brondello calls an immediate timeout. So, not the ideal start to the fourth quarter. Not the ideal start. Mom, close my YouTube and open it back up because we are down 10. It's 70-60. Hopefully Sandy Brondello, I don't know what else she could say. She just spoke to them and they came out and did that. So I don't know what else she could really say to them at this point. Turnovers are really affecting this team. They just can't seem to buy a bucket. They cannot seem to buy a bucket. We're in commercial right now. We are in commercial right now. Fourth quarter of the Commissioner's Cup final. Minnesota took over in that third quarter, outscored the Liberty 19-10, and now have scored the quick 4 points. E says it's the players the players not executing, not the coach. Yeah, I mean, it's not the coach's fault they're turning the ball over so much. But we'll see. Let's see if the Liberty can make a run here. We've seen them make runs before, but this one might be one of the toughest they'll have to deal with. Nothing going their way at the moment. They can't stop anybody. So it'll be interesting to see. Who did the Liberty play next? Liberty, I think they played the Dream again, if I'm not mistaken. Liberty don't play again till Sunday, June 30th. They played the Atlanta Dream. Vandersloot is the one who just had that turnover. She is in there. Almost turnover, I should say. Xander Lassini with 15 points off the bench. She's 5 of 6, 2 of 3 from 3. Ball in play with the Liberty. Let's see what can happen here. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina over to Benijah Laney Hamilton. Benijah with the ball. Benijah drives right. Picks up her dribble. Goes all the way back out to 3. Over to Stewie. Stewie drives. Over to Sabrina. Can Sabrina hit a 3? And Sabrina front rims it. And ball to the Lynx. New York can't buy a bucket here. They're shutting down the paint. Alana Smith with the ball. Hand off to Natisha Heidemann. Heidemann with the ball. Over to Xander Lassini. Down to Alana Smith. She goes up. Oh, and luckily she misses. She had the mismatch. They call a foul on Dorka Juhas. The Lynx are forcing the switches, getting point guards on centers for the Lynx, and thankfully, she missed that one. Jonquil over to Sabrina. Sabrina over to Stewie. Stewie, corner three. Finally, Sabrina to Stewie. And Stewie hits the three. Let's hope the crowd can get them back into this. It's 70-63. Xander Lassini over to Heidemann. Heidemann tries to answer. She misses off the top of the backboard. And it goes over the backboard and out of bounds. So it's Liberty ball, down 7. Stewie might have to put the team on her back one time. Ball in play with Stewie. She brings the ball up the court, drives into the paint, gets fouled, and one. Breanna Stewart. Come on, y'all want the money, right? Y'all gotta play for the money. 70-65. Stop being so predictable. Stewie gets to switch up Natisha Heidemann. She goes right into Natisha. Natisha swipes down, fouls her. Stewie with the score. Chance to make it a 3-point play and cut this lead down to 4. Breanna Stewart hits the free throw. And it's 70-66 here. Ball in play with the Lynx. Breanna has scored all 6 points here for the Liberty in this quarter. Courtney Williams with the ball. Courtney Williams picks up her dribble. Over to Carlton. Over to Alana Smith. Over to Courtney Williams. Dancing on the perimeter. She gets around. Drops it off to Alana Smith. Out to Carlton for 3. And she misses. Great defense. And the Liberty have a chance. They try to slow it down here. Stewie brings it across half court. Guarded by Nafisa. Switch to Carlton. Out to Sabrina. Sabrina gets into the paint. Over to Stewie. Stewie for the 3. Hey, Breanna Stewart! And a timeout by Minnesota. 1-point game here. 6:55 to go. Breanna Stewart, all 9 points here in the 4th. Putting the team on her back right now. Carrying. Literally carrying this team to a comeback here in the Commissioner's Cup final. Trevman, salute. What's going on? Man, who thought getting the ball to your best player would be a novel concept when you can't score? Come on, man. Daniel, my guy, salute. What's going on, bro? Hope all is well. So, the Liberty look down and out. Down 10. Breanna Stewart goes on a 9-0 run to make it 70-69. So we're in for a good finish here. Travis, it's all good, bro. It's all good. No worries. I'm glad you're here for this one. Commissioner's Cup final. Yeah, Minnesota thought. I'm over here talking crazy now. I was just down and out like just 2 minutes ago. But listen, man. Put the ball in your best player's hand when things aren't going well. And good things will happen. Stewie hits a 3 from the corner right in front of the Minnesota bench. Next possession comes down, gets fouled, scores the basket, hits the free throw, and then comes down after Sabrina had a wide open floater. She turns it down to get it to the hot player, and Stewie hits a right wing 3 on net, 1-point game. Danny said, you're going to see Sparks Mystics next week? Hopefully y'all can get a win. To be completely honest with you, the Mystics, they ain't no joke. They may have a bad record, but they ain't no joke. We are in for a good finish here, knock on wood. Because I'm not even going to say what I was thinking. Tudo said, who knew stop feeding JJ would help us? You're right, right. Like, all right, we see what's happening. Y'all try to feed her that whole 3rd quarter, and you went down. Like, sometimes it's just not that player's night. They have the game plan to stop Jonquil and let somebody else beat you, and you have Breanna Stewart. Like, Come on. Now UBS Arena is hyped. The towels are waving. The crowd is jumping. And it's a 1-point game here. Stewie went on a personal 9-0 run to will us back into this game here. It's Minnesota ball to start, though. Nafisa to inbound here. RC, appreciate it, man. I need all the support I could get here. Need all the support I could get. We're in for an interesting 7 minutes here. Oh, Ellie over here swinging her braid. I'm weak. Ellie the elephant. All right, bowling with Minnesota. Courtney Williams over to Nafisa, over to McBride. McBride hasn't had a great night. Over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams, another mid-range jump shot and good. The Liberty keep going under on the screens. And Courtney Williams, she's not afraid to shoot these mid-range jump shots. Liberty almost turn it over. Oh, and the Liberty do turn it over. Bridget Carlton on the run. And layup foul and one. Just like that, the Liberty... Oh, my goodness. Just like that, the Liberty get it down to 1. Immediately, it goes back up to 5. I don't know what was happening. Sabrina was like fumbling the ball there in the backcourt. It bounces into the way of the Lynx, and they get the steal, and Jonquel with the foul. And she hits the free throw. So it's 75-69, just like that. I don't know what happened there. Minnesota, 21 points off turnovers. That is the difference in this game. Breanna Stewart with the ball. Breanna Stewart drives into the paint, goes up, and gets blocked. Courtney Williams on the break. Courtney Williams, another mid-range jump shot, misses, and Sabrina chases it down. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina with the drive, picks up her dribble, finds Benijah on the cut, over to Kayla Thornton. Can she continue from 3? KT, thank you. Move the ball. Good things will happen. Kayla Thornton right in front of the Minnesota bench. 3-point game, 75-72. Kayla McBride over to Courtney Williams. Kayla Thornton got hit in the mouth. Over to McBride. McBride for 3. Catch and shoot is good. Kayla McBride not having a good shooting night, but that quick release gets the lead back up to 6. And Sabrina gets fouled by Bridget Carlton. Kayla McBride tonight, 8 points, 2 of 9 from 3, but you cannot give her an inch of room. Ball and play with the Liberty. Benijah Laney Hampton on the crossover spin move. Step back jumper. Good, Benijah. Beautiful move. Step back, half spin, step back, and knocks it down. 4-point game. The Liberty are in the bonus here. So if they get fouled, they go into free throws. Courtney Williams over to Alana Smith. Looking for McBride. McBride with the ball. McBride on the drive. McBride goes around under the basket and back out to the 3-point line. Double crossover. 4 points. 3, 2. She gets to the paint. Throws up the scoop. Oh, it rolls in and out. But the Lynx get the rebound. Nafisa for 3. Oh, Nafisa. Offensive rebound to Nafisa Collier. She buries a wide open 3. Sabrina on the drive. Sabrina throws up the long floater. Gets her own rebound. Over to Stewie. Stewie, corner to KT. KT for another 3. Misses. Sabrina tips it out. And Benijah Laney gets fouled by Nafisa. Ooh. Game is hanging in the balance here for the Liberty. I don't know if they can come back from another 10-point deficit. But off the offensive rebound, ball gets tipped out to Nafisa Collier, wide open for 3. So the Liberty are going to the line for free throws the rest of this game. Hopefully with clock stoppages and made free throws, it will pan out. The Liberty are leading the rebound battle 35-24, but that offensive rebound was key. Laney Hamilton hits the first free throw. Laney Hamilton buries the second. So now it's a 5-point game here. 81-76 here. 4:25 to go in the Commissioner's Cup Final 2024. And they call a foul on Benijah Laney Hamilton on Kayla McBride. Can't get into the stupid pushing foul match here. So it's Lynx ball. They inbound to Nafisa. Over to Bridget Carlton. Over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams. Over to Alana Smith. Oh, she fumbles the ball. Courtney Williams saves it. 4 seconds. Courtney Williams with the ball. She shoots a fall-away jump shot. Air ball. Shot clock. Oh, they called a shot clock violation. So good defensive stop there by the Liberty. 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go here. It's 81-76. All right, so ball is back in with the Liberty. Crucial possessions here. Possessions are getting smaller and smaller as we enter. Sabrina gets the ball tipped out of her hand. Sabrina on the drive, and she dribbles the ball out of bounds. Too much dribbling from Sabrina. Too much dribbling for Sabrina. Dribbles it off her foot. It goes out of bounds. Ball back in play. Courtney Williams with the ball. Courtney Williams over to Nafisa. Nafisa, mid-range jumper, misses. Rebound, Lainey Hamilton. So it's still a chance here for the Liberty. Benija Laney over to Stewie. Stewie over to Sabrina. Sabrina gets the screen. Sabrina over to Stewie. Can Stewie hit a three? Stewie for three. Oh, in and out. And a rebound to the Lynx. Didn't need a three, but had a good look there. Lynx looking to play methodical basketball down the stretch here. Courtney Williams, crossover. Finds Nafisa on the roll. Beautiful pass by Courtney Williams. And a bucket. Timeout. Sandy Brondello. That play has been killing them all game long. That pick and roll between Courtney and the bigs. So it's 83-76 here. 3 minutes, 6 seconds to go. Liberty on the verge of losing this game. They came all the way back within one. The lead got pushed right back up. Let's see if they have one more run, in them. RC said, who's quicker, Luca or Sabrina? Man, it might be a toss-up. Had them right there. RC, you're right. Stewie goes on her personal 9-0 run to get them within one, and then turnover, and then basket. And just like that, the 1-point game is gone. Everything has to be perfect now. Everything is on the line here. Daniel said, Jay, who's going to be a free agent for the Liberty this summer? I think Stewie, Jonquel, Vandersloot. There's going to be a good amount of people. At least those three off the top of my head, I know. All right, so let's see what the Liberty can do here. 3 minutes, 6 seconds left. Liberty don't play till Sunday, so they don't need to complain about rest or anything. They need a basket here. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina gets the screen from Jonquel. Picks up her dribble. Over to Benija. Benija with the ball. Over to Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton. Over to Sabrina. 5 seconds. Sabrina on the drive. Oh, another turnover by the Liberty. Bridget Carlton with the steal. Layup is good. 9-point game, and that might be all she wrote here. Liberty struggling here to get into any type of offensive set here. Just giving the ball up. Jonquel can't post. They're sealing off that post. Benija tries to drive. They bring the double. Nobody passing. Benija throws it up and gets fouled. So Benija going to the line for free throws. Bridget Carlton having a hell of a game. Bridget Carlton with 20 points on 5 of 7 from 3, 7 from 9 from the field. Benigja Laney hits the first free throw. Turnovers cost the team this game as Benigja misses the second, but they Liberty get the rebound and they throw and they turn the ball over. Story of the game here tonight. They get the rebound, panic, throw it off of a Minnesota Lynx player, and they pick up the ball. 2 minutes to go here. Liberty are down 8. Courtney Williams goes behind the back, guarded by Jonquel. Courtney Williams over to Bridget Carlton. This might be the dagger, and it is. That is the dagger, people. Bridget Carlton knocks down the corner three right in front of the Liberty bench. 11-point game, 1:51 to go, and Bridget Carlton might be the MVP here. Offense for the Lynx flowing. Courtney Williams has been dishing and swishing, and Bridget Carlton cannot miss. Contested three in front of the Liberty bench, knocks it down off the ball movement, and that's all she wrote. See, I would have been tight if I drove out to Long Island for this. I would have been upset. She averages 8 points a game this season. She has 23 tonight. So the streak of back to back of a team winning 2 Commissioner Cups in a row continues, with the Minnesota Lynx well on their way to winning the Commissioner's Cup 2024. It's tough. Very tough. I was looking forward to this game. I was nervous. I won't lie. I was nervous. And my nerves have been proven right. The record, this game doesn't count to the regular season record. This game is a standalone game in the grand scheme of it all. But it would have been nice to go as repeat champions. But Minnesota played great defense. Sabrina somehow scores that from her knee, and it's 79-88. Minnesota has made every shot tough for the Liberty here. Jonquel hasn't even scored, and she gets the tip rebound to Stewie. Liberty trying to play quickly now. Over to Jonquel. Jonquel on the drive. Euro step, throws it up, misses, and they call a foul on that. Oh, I just see the comment. Jay would have read on the court like Flo J, brother. Yo, he was wilding for that. He was bugging out. I think the Minnesota Lynx are gonna challenge this. I mean, might as well. They have nothing to lose here. Yeah, that's a foul. This gonna count. She smacked her on the arm. So Jonquel with a chance to get her first points of the game. In the fourth quarter. New York, it was a tough situation because they tried to incorporate 2 starters back in the rotation, even though they came off the bench. I mean, Benigja started, but Courtney came off the bench, and that I think that had a part to play in throwing their rhythm off. But I guess that's what you have to do in a big game. You have to start one of your premier defenders. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not a coach, but I don't know if that's the game to do it in a winner take all sort of game. But you gotta count on your big players. Benigja is one of the premier defenders. And it just didn't work out this time. RC says Alyssa Pali gets 0 tick. Yeah. No minutes for the young lady. Bridget Carlton, 23 points. 23 points for Bridget. Xander Lassini came off the bench and gave them 15. Alana Smith had 6 and 6. She did solid defense on Jonquel Jones, made every catch tough. So I got to give her credit in that regard. Nafisa with 19 and 6. Sabrina with 7 turnovers. Stewie with 5. Your starting lineup gives you 2, 4, 9, 10, 17 turnovers from your starters, 20 turnovers as a team. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? 20 turnovers. As Jonquel shoots the first, and Jonquel finally on the board hits the first free throw. It's an 8-point game here. And she hits the second. So it's 88-81. A minute 20 to go here. Liberty trying something. They have Courtney Vandersloot in the game. Over to Nafisa Collier. Over to Courtney Williams. She pump fakes. Corner to Nafisa. Nafisa on the drive. Goes up. And she smokes the layup. Liberty may have a slight chance here. I don't know why Vandersloot's slowing down. You don't have time to be slowing down. Jonquel with the ball. Jonquel finds Benija on the cut. She goes up with the left. Misses. Stewie with the rebound. Over to Vandersloot for 3. And she airballs. Oh, Sabrina with the save. Benija over to Sabrina. Sabrina for 3. And she misses. Oh, Stewie with the rebound. Benija for 3. And she finally hits. Oh my goodness. 4-point game here with 35 seconds to go. 35.5 to be exact. Liberty had 4 attempts at the 3. Finally hit one. That's why I was confused at why Vandersloot is in the game. You need a 3. She's the worst person to have on the floor. They came back to the game, and I don't know what happened there. I don't know if somebody fouled or let me see. So Benija with the personal take foul. So it's Lynx ball here. 2-possession game. They're gonna have to play the foul game probably. They're just gonna let the clock run out. McBride just dribbling. She tried to foul the first time. They didn't call it, I think. And then now they fouled the second time. So Kayla McBride going to the line. So McBride at the line for 2 free throws, which could really put this game to bed here. McBride first trip to the free throw line, and she hits the first. I thought they were going to try and trap, but they decided not to, or I don't know if there was a miscommunication there. And she hits both. So it's a 6-point game. They called a reset timeout to advance up court. I don't know why Vandersloot is still in the game. And they try to pass it, gets tipped out of bounds, stays with the Liberty. I'm a little confused. Let me run the clock down, guys. My bad. It's 23 seconds on the clock. I just recognized I had it at 30 something. I guess. Let's see. Let's get it down. So I don't know what's happening here. The Liberty finally call a timeout. They look confused there. They call a reset timeout to advance it. Now they call another timeout. They should have just called the initial timeout to set up the plays, but. So it's a timeout here. A little clock mismanagement here at the end of the game for the Liberty, even though the game was pretty much over. Um, they don't trap when they had the time to, and then they end up fouling it anyway. McBride hits the 2 free throws. They called a reset timeout to advance the ball, try to advance it, try to inbound it. It gets tipped out of bounds, and then they call a full timeout. I don't know why Vandersloot is still on the floor. Um, she doesn't space the floor. They're just gonna sag off of her. She just airballed a 3-pointer, and you need a 3 right now. So I don't understand. Daniel, salute my guy. Appreciate it. So Vandersloot to inbound here. Vandersloot to inbound, gets it to Laney Hamilton. You have no time to wait. You have no time to wait. She over here waiting. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina for 3. Short. Vandersloot with the rebound, and they call a jump ball. The legs just, for Sabrina, the legs have just gone. She was knocking down the threes in the first half. The second half, everything has been short. 2 for 10 from 3. So Sloot versus Courtney Williams, and they call a interference by Nafisa. Oh, Courtney Williams with a jump ball violation. Courtney Williams with the jump ball violation. So the Liberty have another chance here. This game is over, but formalities and all that. Ball to Benajelani, over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot pump fake, over to Sabrina. Sabrina throws up the floater and scores. 4-point game. Nafisa, and they call it, the Lynx call a timeout. So 7 seconds to go here, guys. 7 seconds to go. This game is pretty much, why is it saying 5th quarter? 4th quarter. This game is pretty much over. It's formalities at this point. Liberty had their moments, and it just didn't work as well as it should have. Damien says, forget this game. The Liberty should focus on Sunday and redemption against Minnesota on July 2nd. Tudo says, I'm annoyed. Turnovers cost us a game. Definitely did. Definitely cost us this game. 20 turnovers. 20 turnovers. You even have half of that, and it's probably a different game if you can score on those possessions. But 20 turnovers isn't going to get it done. Hopefully this is a motivating factor. They've lost twice to the Minnesota Lynx this season already. All right, so Minnesota to inbound here. Ball gets to Nafisa, and they played a foul game, extending the inevitable here. 6 seconds to go here. Benajelani Hamilton with the foul. Hopefully they'll be high enough that we don't have to face them in the first round, Cancer. But it's a long season. Hopefully Sandy sees that they have our number, and as Nafisa hits the first free throw, and she figures out a way to stop it. Because they spammed the same play over and over, and we just couldn't stop it, really. Ball in play as she hits both free throws, over to Jonquel, and a blocking foul on Nafisa. So there's 3 seconds left now, and Liberty going to the foul line. They're just extending the inevitable here. So Jonquel looking to add to her point total. She has 12 rebounds and the 2 points from the foul line she scored in this fourth quarter. She bounces in the first. And she tries to bank she misses the second, but Stewie gets the rebound and puts in the second, and they call a foul with 0.3 to go. It's 92-89. Liberty foul with 0.3 seconds to go. McBride hits the first. Courtney Williams is walking around, throwing up the money hand, saying, "Show me the money." Yeah, this game is not one you want to watch the highlights of. And she hits the second. And just like that, it's over. The Minnesota Lynx win the Commissioner's Cup 2024. They knock off the New York Liberty. Final score 94-89. I will stay on to see who wins MVP just to confirm who wins it. It's probably Bridget Carleton. Bridget Carleton with 23 and 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Nafisa probably give her a run with 21 points and 6 rebounds. But the Liberty collapse in the second half, come back within 1 in the fourth, and then collapse again. So, as I mentioned, there have been no repeat winners in the Commissioner's Cup so far. And the Liberty lose on their quote-unquote home floor, 94-89. It's a tough game. I'm going to go over the box score while they get ready to announce who won the MVP. But, man, that's 20 turnovers is tough, man. I got nothing else to say about that. But 20 turnovers is not going to get it done. The ball was moving so good to start the game, but they fell apart at the end. And credit to Minnesota. They played solid defense. They limited Jonquel Jones to 4 points, and those 4 points came in the last probably minute of the game at the foul line. So you got to give Minnesota credit. So Lynx win 94-89. They win 27-23 in the first. The Liberty won 27-23 in the first quarter. They lose the second quarter 24-23. The third quarter they get outscored 19-10, and in the fourth they outscore them 29-28, but it was too late at that point. For the Lynx, Bridget Carleton, 36 minutes, 23 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. Alana Smith, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Solid defense on Jonquel. Nafisa, 21 points, 6 rebounds. Kayla McBride with 12. And Courtney Williams with 11 and 8. She was just a problem from the mid-range area. Their bench, Xander Lassini with 15. 2 assists, 2 steals. Uhas with 4. Heidemann with 2. Kayla Thornton for the Liberty, 17 points. Lainey Hamilton with 13. Stewart with 24. Jonquel with 3, actually. Excuse me. Sabrina with 23. She had 18 in the first half. Struggled in the second. Kennedy Burke with 5. Vandersloot with 4. Leo with none. 21 turnovers for the Liberty. That is 21 turnovers. Compared to 11 for the Lynx. Lynx didn't miss a free throw. They went 14 for 14. The Liberty went 15 for 18. They won the rebounding battle 43-25. They won the rebound battle. They lost the assist battle by 2, but they lost the turnover battle by 10. All right, so they're talking to Kayla McBride right now. I'm just waiting to see who won the champion, the Commissioner's Cup MVP. All right, they're about to present it. So Commissioner's about to announce the MVP. All right, Commissioner shouting out all the partners and whatnot. Oh, damn, they gave it to Nafisa. I thought that would have been Bridget Toward. Nafisa wins the Commissioner's Cup MVP. So congrats to Nafisa Collier. I thought Bridget should have got it. And that's it. That's all I wanted to see. All right, y'all. Disappointing loss for the Liberty. Disappointing loss for the Liberty in this game. Wait, you serious? You serious, Tudo? I hope not. Is that? Oh, that really happened? Oh, that really happened. Tudo announced. It was announced Brooklyn Nets have agreed in principle on a trade to send Mikal Bridges to the Knicks for Bogdanovich, 4 unprotected first-round picks and a protected first-round pick. Holy smokes! Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. New York loses the Commissioner's Cup Final 2024, 94-89. Come back on Thursday. We have 3 games we'll be watching. Liberty don't play again till Sunday. So no Liberty streams in the meantime. All right, y'all. Until next time, appreciate all the support. Make sure you leave a like on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't. And that's what it is. Until next time, salute.